Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Merry Christmas, everyone. That is coming up in less than a week, too. Super exciting. Today on the show, we have a brand new GTA Online weekly update, but it is the Christmas event here. It is lasting for the next 2 weeks, so this is going to be available all the way through January the 1st and New Year's Day. We have a lot to check out. Some of the stuff being some new DLC vehicles. We have 3 brand new ones, which we talked about yesterday in my news preview video, but of course, this being the weekly update guide, we're going through all of the most major changes with this weekly update, including the new Coquette D10 Pursuit Police Car 2 release. This is probably going to be players' most favorite from the DLC in terms of police vehicles, but we also have a lot of cool stuff to check out, like some Christmas unlocks, of course, a lot more rare and removed vehicles that are featured back for a limited time this week, some new money bonuses to last you through the New Year's and Christmas holidays. We also, of course, have some pretty good discounts, free vehicles, which we're going to talk about, Salvage Yard cars, because we have 2 claimable ones for this event, 2 Christmas-themed claimable ones, lots of stuff. So thank you guys so much for tuning back in, and let's jump into things. First things first, this week, we have the new DLC vehicles. So let's check them out, because we have 3 new ones this week. So we're just going to head over to the internet here, and they're all on Warstock, I believe. And the 3 ones that we got, part of the Agents of Sabotage DLC, were the Taco Van, so you can buy it for $258,750. You can buy the Willard Outreach faction based off the normal Willard faction in the game. I was calling it a Buick Regal in yesterday's video when we got the news, but it's the Grand National, so it's the high performance version of the Buick Regal, excuse me. $4,150,000, or the trade price for $3,112,500. And then probably everyone's most sought after vehicle in this entire DLC, the Police Coquette D10, the Coquette D10 Pursuit. You can buy this for $4,215,000. So what I'm going to do is just buy every single one right now, and let's just do a quick test of each so you can kind of just see the vibe. I'll max performance upgrade them, and you can see how they perform in game. So we'll buy the Taco Van. That's going to be just a Pegasus vehicle. Then when it comes to the other ones, now we'll buy the Willard Outreach faction, $4,150,000. Once again, I think I'm actually just going to put these in the garment factory. I'm putting a lot of the new police cars in there because I'm out of room at my arcade garage. And then we'll also throw in the Coquette D10 Pursuit right here, $4.215 million, also at the garment factory. So for some of our Christmas rewards just for logging into the game, you can receive that festive penguin onesie, the gold reindeer pendant, the gold star fitted suit jacket and pants, the snowball launcher, the fireworks launcher, as well as full refills for armor, ammo, and snacks, which you can see in the bottom left hand corner. All you need to do is log into GTA Online for this Christmas, and of course, or for the next 2 weeks for this Christmas event, I should say, step outside for that alert to pop up, and all of that should be added. You know, the ammo and snack should be added, all that other stuff, the weapons should be added to your weapon wheel, as well as the clothing to your wardrobe. All the Christmas events here in-game are going to be live for this week, so we'll just talk about those real fast. You can get, you know, the Happy Holidays truck. The Christmas truck is returning, so that's going to give you some money, RP, snacks, ammo refills, as well as the guaranteed E-Cola festive sweater, or the Sprunk festive sweater. The Snowman collectibles have returned, so if you collect all 25 snowmen, you'll be rewarded with a snowman outfit. The Yeti hunt is back. As you can see, I'm in an invite-only session, and you can get the Yeti outfit. If you kill the Yeti, you'll be rewarded with that. Weasel Plaza shootout returns, so if you take out Hans, you'll be rewarded with the WM29 pistol, as well as the Season's Greetings finish for the Pistol Mark II. And then the Gooch. The Grinch has returned. The Gooch in GTA Online. If you kill him after he robs you, or if he does rob you, either way, you'll be rewarded with the Gooch outfit. So all of those events are returning. None of that's necessarily new content, but it is here in GTA Online for the next 2 weeks. Specifically for the Yeti, you can see Tanner at the bottom right there, talking about, hey, you a hunter, blah, blah, blah. That's for the Yeti hunt right there. So I can tell you just for now, just going through all the customization options here, I won't go through absolutely everything. The customization for the Coquette D10 for Pursuit is exactly the same as the normal Coquette D10. There may be like 1 or 2 different options, but everything's the same, of course. But with this one, you have all your police liveries. You can add the tech arrays, you know, different police equipment like the emergency lighting, things like that. So keep that in mind. You can respray it, do all your roof scoops, skirts, liveries. You could add your spoiler options like are on the normal Coquette D10. I'm not going to do any of that, so let's take this vehicle outside. Now, it is snowing in-game, so we do have to keep that in mind. Now, of course, as you can see, it is snowing in-game. That's another thing I should mention, obviously. The snow is here. I should have mentioned that right at the beginning of today's video. So we're not going to be able to see the true performance of this car because it is snowing, but that being said, you can see what it's like having a police Corvette. Some real Need for Speed Hot Pursuit vibes, even though this is a newer Corvette and this wasn't even out when those older Need for Speed Hot Pursuit games released. But nonetheless, this is the new Coquette D10 Pursuit. Basically the same performance, if not marginally better than the normal Coquette D10. The Coquette D10 isn't really like a super fast car in the game, but it is a dang good looking car in GTA Online, and you can have some sick customization options for it for sure. So now with that being said, let's go check out the Willard Faction police car, the Outreach. Same thing for the Willard Outreach Faction. It's basically the same customization as the normal Willard Faction, but as you can see, you get like the Benny's hydraulics in here too, because the Willard Faction you can turn into that Donk Faction, right? So like, it's interesting how they give you the same hydraulics for this police car. They just copy and paste all the customization, but nonetheless, you get the classic police light bar emergency lighting arrays on this one because it's an older vehicle. And yeah, so we're just gonna rock like custom emergency lighting 7. Let's check it out outside. All right, so we are out and we can activate our hydraulics, but of course I don't have any purchased. I don't really want them on this car. This is what we're rocking with. The performance does feel a little bit better, but I also just haven't driven the Willard Faction in so long. You know, like last time I drove one was just one I stole off the street. Nonetheless, I love this as like a classic police car in this game. I'm a huge fan of the, what was it, the Classy Impaler LX as the police car too, that came out with the Bail Enforcement Office, and of course bottom dollar bounties, and this thing is pretty nice as well. I mean, it's pretty quick in a straight line. I will say though, I'd be curious to see like when it's not snowing out and we don't have terrible traction in all our vehicles, what the vibe is like and how this thing performs, but you know, might as well do these for the double money police work this week, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later, some of the extra double money bonuses. But yeah, this is the Willard Outreach Faction. Pretty cool in my opinion. At the test drive section of the LS Car Meet for this week, we have our 3 rare and removed vehicles featured here for a limited time in this game, or not all of them are rare and removed, but a couple of them are. So let's just go over all of them because some of them also have Christmas liveries applied. So starting off on the left here, this is the Pfister Comet Safari, which is very good vehicle. It delivers balanced performance. You get pretty decent off-road capability. I mean, it's meant to be like an off-road modified Porsche. It matches the likes of the Omnis and the Tropos Rally, if I may say. However, the lifted suspension that this vehicle has is going to increase your risk of rolling over when you're off-roading, which is something you don't want, and you need to drive cautiously with this car. So like, does that really make it a fantastic off-roader? I wouldn't say so, but nonetheless, it's super fun to drive, things like that. And if you, of course, if you want this candy cane livery in red and green, you can get it from the LS Car Meet. This is also one of the Salvage Yard vehicles for the week, so if you want to just get it through that and claim it, you can. But nonetheless, here it is. You can buy it for $710,000 this week. Then the Gallivanter Baller ST. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is just available on in-game websites, but it does come with the festive "You've Been Naughty" Santa livery here. Aiming the guns at you, the pistols, the festive stripes livery is what it's called. The Gallivanter Baller ST, obviously it's inspired by a newer Land Rover. You get that nice red interior, which is pretty cool. Surprisingly though, for a newer Land Rover, you think it wouldn't be good off-roading. It actually is pretty good at off-roading, handles steep inclines with exceptional durability. It's one of the toughest vehicles in the game in terms of like crash resistance and things like that, but you get insane understeer at high speeds. It's got awful weight distribution, and it's not really responsive at all during aggressive maneuvering, so you have to have good speed management and careful control to actually maintain your vehicle on the road without crashing, which is going to be harder in the snow as well. And if you want to buy this one, you can get off in-game websites, but this has the livery applied. You can get this vehicle for $534,000. And as you can see, it says purchasing this will also unlock this livery. So you want to make sure you want to do that if you haven't already. Now, next up, we also have the Pegassi Torero. This vehicle is going to be 40% off, and this car, you get really nice agile handling, quick acceleration. It's akin to other classic sports cars, like say, for example, the Cheetah Classic. Lower top speed of only 117 miles an hour, so that's not fantastic. It's also pretty, like, rear heavy because, I mean, just look at it. This car is thick with 3 C's, so you're going to be prone to fishtailing. You got some durability issues, but the design is inspired by that Lamborghini Countach, so it's a super appealing addition for collectors of classic sports cars. If you do want to buy this car this week, you can get it for $698,600. Here at Simeon's, same thing here, more removed and rare vehicles featured back for a limited time. One of them is actually returning permanently to in-game websites, which we'll talk about. But let's jump in, let's go left to right. This is the Ubermacht Revolter. It's 40% off this week, and it's also featuring this blue tartan livery. Now this sports sedan, you get decent top speed and good acceleration for city driving, but it's not really going to stand out in races against super high performance sports cars or anything like that, or sedans. The Revolter does offer really controllable handling and good enough braking, I'd say, to purchase. It's suitable for city driving and city scenarios, but it's, like I said, not going to satisfy racing enthusiasts who want like best in class performance. If you do want to pick it up, it's rare and removed, and you can get it for $966,000 this week. Now, next up, this is the Vapid Click. This is a mid-tier muscle car from the 1950s. Of course, you get this cool Christmas version of it, Christmas livery with the gift wrap on top and the bow. It's honestly pretty impressive with its speed and agile cornering, considering it's a super old vehicle. The enhanced suspension upgrades that you can apply are also going to improve its handling greatly, more so than you'd find on any other car. And while it can't compete with top muscle cars in the game, it does have a very unique driving feel and enjoyable handling. It's a worthwhile choice for its price. You can get this one this week for $909,000, but once again, this is also going to be one of the claimable Salvage Yard vehicles. I'm pretty sure it's going to look exactly like this too. It's going to be the Christmas version, so if you want to get that one for free and not buy it, you can get it through the Salvage Yard this week if you don't want to sell it. Then, of course, the Vicer Neo. This used to be rare and removed since the San Andreas Mercenaries update, but Rockstar brought it back permanently, or at least to in-game websites for now, with the Agents of Sabotage DLC. The Vicer Neo is cool. We've seen it as a claimable Salvage Yard vehicle as well, but obviously not for this week. It's very similar in terms of driving dynamics to the Grotti Italia GTO. You get very impressive acceleration, you got all-wheel drive, so it's stable, but it's also capable of doing some drifts if you want. The cornering abilities are going to lag behind other high-performance vehicles in the sports class, like, say, the Grotti Italia GTO. And then you also get an advanced handling flag that's going to contribute to, like, suspension bounciness, so it's going to be a little bit more bouncier than it should. The Italia GTO is much better, but if I could just compare it to anything, that's why I would compare this to it. It's just, like, the worst version of it, if that makes sense. So it's still a decent car. Next up, the Dubachi JB700. Despite the weapons on the front, it's not the JB700W. This one's 40% off. Classic sports car, decent acceleration, excellent top speed. This car is stable, it's lightweight, keeps a very low profile. It is prone to oversteer because it is rear wheel drive. That being said, it's inspired by that Aston Martin DB5, so it excels in crash resilience and drifting. It's a durable and stylish choice to drive around with. Like I said, it's not the W version, it's not weaponized. Next up, also before we'll check out the price, it is on sale for $245,000 because it's 40% off. Then we wrap up with the Albany Alpha. This one's only $150,000, I believe, right? Yeah, $150,000. Sporty vehicle in this game. High top speed of 118 miles an hour for a vehicle this size, I would say. Brisk acceleration. You get a lot of wheel spin because it's pretty lightweight, unlike the look of it. It looks like it would be super heavy. It's rear wheel drive as well. It's got smooth handling, good braking. It's an enjoyable car to just casually cruise around in. Not a top contender in competitive races within its class, obviously, but it is inspired by that 2013 Cadillac El Mirage concept vehicle, and overall you get pretty good performance for the price point. At $150,000, the performance is good. I'm not gonna lie right there. Now jumping in, let's talk about some of the bonuses for this weekly event and this Christmas update here in GTA Online. Nothing super impressive, but we do have a couple types of jobs and activities that you can farm for some extra money. So starting off with probably one of the least exciting ones, we do have triple money and RP on the Entourage Festive Remix. Now this is a good adversary mode to play, not only for the triple money if you're just into that, but also the rewards that come with it, because if you do play it, if you complete Entourage, you'll unlock the Snowman finish for the combat pistol. If you win 5 matches of Entourage Festive Remix, you'll receive the Skull Santa finish for the special carbine. Unfortunately, only the Mark 1, not the Mark 2. And then if you win as Santa, you'll receive the Santa's Helper finish for the heavy sniper. Once again, only for the Mark 1, not for the Mark 2. It's a shame because now you can't have your heavy sniper Mark 2 and use that livery for your explosive rounds. You can only just use the base variant with the livery. I don't know why Rockstar does that, but it is what it is. That's on bonus. The Garment Factory wall safe and the passive income to your wall safe, hilarious, right? That's going to be double money and RP for this, or just, excuse me, double money for this weekly event. So you're getting, instead of $1,600 to $2,000 a day, you're getting, call it $3,200 to $4,000 a day. Yippee, right? But the two other ones I want to talk about, the reason I'm in this police car here is because we do have double money and RP on Vincent's dispatch work, both the old missions as well as some of the new variants that released with the Agents of Sabotage DLC. I made a video about that content a few days ago here on the channel, so I'll have that linked in the description if you want to check it out. It's the big police car themed thumbnail recently on my channel if you go to my videos section. But nonetheless, instead of getting the usual $25,000, you're getting $50,000 for that work. So we'll probably do a couple of those missions in the money guide here tomorrow. Same with double money and RP on the pizza delivery missions. Not that those pay out an insanely good amount of money, but if you just want to drive around in a moped, well, you could deliver some pizzas, get those hot and ready pies out to players, or excuse me, citizens of Los Santos. because it's cold out, you got to be quick with them. So that's going to be double money in RP. It's going to be interesting to try and drive that moped. Since you could barely make it up hills anyway, I wonder with the snow now, you'll have less traction. You may not even be able to make it up any of the hills, and we may not be able to deliver pizza. So really curious to see how that turns out. But that being said, those are all our money bonuses for the Christmas event here in this game. So now let's jump into our discounts for the week. It's actually kind of a light Christmas update for 2024 in terms of discounts. Usually we get a lot more options, and I would say better options. Like the Christmas update usually in GTA Online has discounts very similar to, say, the Black Friday and Thanksgiving discounts that we've seen in years past. This year, it seems like Rockstar's not doing that. They're just giving us a lot more in terms of other things to enjoy this week, like new DLC vehicles, stuff like that, because we got 3 of them, right? The discounts for this week, we do have 40% off this Gallivanter Baller ST. You can get this for $534,000. It released with the contract update. You can also get 30% off the Karen Boar for $896,000. You can get 30% off the Bravado Greenwood and unlock this for $1,025,500 this week. And then on Warstock Cash and Carry and that website, we do have the Western Company Rogue on sale for 40% off. You can get this for $957,600 this week. And then on Elitist Travel, you can also unlock and purchase the Nagasaki Havoc. This vehicle and this heli is going to be 40% off as well. You can get this for $1,380,000 or $380,540, excuse me, to be more specific. Now, those are some of our main 30 as well as 40% off discounts. We do have other ones, 30% off the Dubachi JB700, 30% off that Pegassi Torero, as well as 30% off the Ubermacht Revolter, which of course, when we showcased those were limited time rare and removed vehicles. You have to purchase those at in-game vendors this week. And the Torero was at the LS Car Meet. The Revolter as well as the JB700, those two were at Simeon's Premium Deluxe Motorsport. Here at the Diamond Casino and Resort, your lucky well podium vehicle for the week is this amazing Western Power Surge. Now, honestly, you have to try and win this. You have to try and win every podium vehicle for every single weekly update here in the game, but specifically when it comes to this bike, this is an excellent bike for time trials because you could do the wheelie speed glitch, get insane amounts of speed. I mean, obviously, a really cheap option for time trials is the Batsy 801. Players on next gen use the Hakucho Drag or the HSW version for the HSW time trial. The Nagasaki Shinobi is another great option, but I would say right up there with all of those, I would also throw in the Western Power Surge as being a good time trial bike because it's nimble, it's agile, picks up super fast. I think you'll definitely enjoy it. So that being said, let's try and win it this week as we always do in my Thursday weekly update guides. And for this Christmas update all major changes video, let's spin the lucky wheel. Can we get lucky ourselves? I mean, it is the Christmas season. Maybe we can get a good present. Looks like we're not going to. We're gonna get 10,000 RP. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Here at the LS Car Meet for this week, your prize ride is the Emperor Vector, and you can win this by placing top 5 in LS Car Meet Series races for 4 consecutive days in a row. Kind of a big challenge to do it for 4 days in a row, but say if you don't have like a nice streak during the next 2 weeks to do it, you know, hopefully you'll find time at some point because this event is around for the next 2 weeks. The Emperor Vector is a fantastic vehicle, definitely worth unlocking as the prize ride so you can get it for $0. And we'll be reviewing this along with the Western Power Surge podium vehicle in our free vehicles guide for this weekly update later on this weekend. But the Emperor Vector is absolutely worth it. I rate it super highly. Excellent acceleration, top speed, performance, handling, braking, all of that. It's such a good car and it looks great too. Awesome customization options. Now here at the Salvage Yard this week, we have 3 vehicle robberies, 2 of which, as you can see, are claimable vehicles. So first, the Lampadati Cinquemila is going to be your top range vehicle for this week. It's featured in the Gangbanger robbery. Then after that, the Pfister Comet Safari is going to be this week's mid-range vehicle, claimable with the LS Car Meet license plate. Now, it's not the normal one, I'm pretty sure. I think this is going to be the Christmas Comet Safari with either the candy cane livery or the other green one that you can unlock. I'm not sure exactly which just yet, but I highly doubt it's the normal one. A couple months ago, we did see some leaks that these would become available for Christmas, so it's not necessarily brand new news, but if you knew about it a couple months ago, well, now here we could see it in game. So definitely claim that this week. We'll do a live gameplay of that. That's going to be featured in the cargo ship robbery. And then the Vapid Click, the same thing, claimable with the LS Pounders license plate. Once again, it being a claimable vehicle, but it's also going to be the Christmas variant. So like the gift wrap version, I'm pretty sure. Maybe a different version, either the red or green one. Nonetheless, Vapid Click, claimable vehicle, as well as the Pfister Comet Safari. So that's really cool. Rockstar's kind of making up for the fact that they haven't had a claimable vehicle in a couple months now, I'm pretty sure, right? Like the last one we saw was not the Vice or Neo, but maybe the one after that. I forget what it was. But nonetheless, 2 this week at the Salvage Yard. We're back at Luxury Autos this week. We have the same vehicles as last week, and that's not the purpose of me coming here. I wanted to just check to see if we had any better customization options that are available. And once again, we do have the new Bravado Banshee GTS, but as you can see at Luxury Autos, you can get the black stock rims on here on this vehicle. Once again, this one looks insanely good. I absolutely love this blue. Oh my lord, it looks fantastic. And then the Jester RR wide body. We all know that this vehicle, not that it sucks, but there's just no customization on it. It's just, you just get the wide body variant and that's it. This should have just been an upgrade on the normal one that cost something, but they price it as its own vehicle, and it's even more expensive than the Banshee GTS, which is so not deserved for the lack of customization. But nonetheless, black wheels on there. I don't know if there's black stock rims on that normally, but the Banshee GTS, I figured I'd mention it again for this week. If you want black stock wheels, buy it from Luxury Autos this week. It's going to be a little bit more expensive because some other customization options are applied versus if you get them off the in-game website, or maybe not actually. I think that's the same price. Nonetheless, if you change them from here, you can't go back. Do not change them if you buy it from here. You can change everything else on the car, just don't change the rims. If you guys are looking forward to the gun van stock this week, let's check it out. If you guys are watching today on Thursday, December the 19th here in 2024. The gun van is located up here, northwest side of the map in Polito Forest, so I'll zoom in right here. At the gun van though, the stock we have for this week is the stun gun, we have the battle rifle, the heavy sniper, mine's locked because I have the heavy sniper Mark II for the explosive rounds, the railgun, which you absolutely need to pick up, the assault SMG, as well as the candy cane. Now the candy cane is free for all players this week. If you're on GTA Plus or you have GTA Plus, the L. Strickler military rifle should also be featured in this list, and that's free for you guys, or it's just included with your monthly subscription, so you don't need to pay any in-game money for it, but you obviously paid IRL money for GTA Plus. The railgun, it's worth it at 100% price anyway, full MSRP value, but it's actually 50% off this week. You have to buy it. You absolutely have to. And then the battle rifle is also going to be 30% off for all players. And then the stun gun, if I forget if I mentioned it, that's 40% off for GTA Plus members as well. So 40% off for GTA Plus, 30% off for all players. We have the railgun, 50% off for all players, and then free candy cane, and the L. Strickler military rifle is also going to be included or free with your GTA Plus subscription. With all that being said, that is everything that you guys can enjoy for the Christmas and holiday updates here in GTA Online. A lot of cool stuff for the Christmas season, New Year's, all of that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Tons of new content and guides coming out over the next week or so with all the Christmas events you could check out, because there's a lot of different things. And you know, while I wish I could come out with it all day one today, that would just be so many videos. We'll be spaced them out. But also check me out over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. If you guys want to check out daily GTA Online live streams, my Twitch account is definitely the place to be. I don't stream on YouTube. I only stream on Twitch. So if you want to catch some GTA Online live streams, that is the place to be. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios, amigos.